The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse. This is a story of two tribal Armenian boys who belonged to the Garaglanian tribe. For their family, even at times of extreme poverty, nothing could match the importance of honesty. They never did anything wrong and never lied or never even stole anything. The story talks about an incident that revolves around two cousins, Aram, who is 9 years old, and Murad, who is 13. The world, for Aram, at that time, seemed to be a delightful and extremely joyous yet mysterious dream. People believed in every imaginable kind of magnificence. Murad was considered to be crazy by everybody he knew. Murad was considered to be the natural descendant of the crazy streak in their tribe, Uncle Khosrow. Although Murad was considered to be the descendant of Uncle Khosrow was a man of furious temper and little patience. He would stop people from saying anything by just roaring at them. It so happened that once Uncle Khosrow's son, Arak, went running to his father in the salon to tell him that their house was on fire. Uncle Khosrow simply roared at his son, telling him to pay no attention to it. The story opens with Murad coming to Aram's house at 4 in the morning one fine day. He tapped on the window to Aram's room. When Aram looked out of the window, he was taken aback and startled to see Murad riding a beautiful white horse. In fact, he was so dazed that Murad had to say, "Yes, it's a horse. You are not dreaming." All this was too unbelievable because Aram knew that they were too poor to be able to afford to buy a horse. The only way Murad could possess it could be by stealing. They were too honest to lie and yet too crazy to ride a horse. Thus, they kept the horse for 2 weeks, enjoying its ride in cool air and singing to their heart's content on the country roads. They hid it from the rest of the world by keeping it in a barn of the deserted vineyard. Meanwhile, Aram came to know that the horse was stolen from John Biro. They planned not to return it to him so soon, although it pricked their conscience to steal, which was completely their ethics and tribal norms. One fine day they came across John, the farmer. Such was the boy's family famous for their honesty that the thought of his horse being stolen by the boys never crossed John's mind. He was just amazed at the resemblance and said, "I would swear it is my horse if I did not know your parents." This moving experience led the boys towards John's vineyard the very next morning. They left the horse in the barn after patting it affectionately. Later that day, John seemed to be very pleased and shared the news of the return of his horse with Aram's mother. The story teaches us the importance and necessity of honesty even in the face of greed and passion.